back hurts. My back hurts. There. Stream is up. I'm tired of listening to this. Let's put some piano music. Yeah. Alright. Stream looks good. Let's see. I want to see the quality. 1080. There we go. Everything looks good. The face cam big enough? Yeah, it looks big enough. Alright, let's go. Are you ready to rumble? Alright, BTC. Right here. Alright. In queue, no trade today, guys. So if you're watching this and you're wondering, did I take a trade for Wednesday? I did not take a trade. You can see we re-delivered into this 1 hour PD array. And you can see after what we formed a breaker block or the inverse order block, you can see we re-delivered back up into it. And where did we stop at? 50%. 50%. Key. Saucy. And then eventually we delivered lower. There was just no moves to catch. But let's go to BTC real quick. And let's mark it out here for you guys. Here's a little messy. So I know I have not been sharding crypto at all as of recently because of just, been busy, but I'm gonna check my account right now. Where is my phone? I'm gonna check where my position is, or I mean my investment portfolio, how far we are. I need to charge my phone. All I've been investing into is AVAX. Again, I need to start updating the Discord. Okay, yeah, we're almost close. I doubled my portfolio in the past 2 months, a month, 2 months. Yeah. Just playing a spot, only spot. If I was doing leverage, I think it would be a lot more, especially if I was seeing swing trading. I doubled it. Just a beautiful experience using spot. I think spot, if you play risk free, you're good. If you invest into utility coins, ones that are good. And let's go to, now let's just leave it. I was going to go to CoinMarketCap, but let's just leave it here. Let's go over the charting and see what I'm going to be watching. So again, we closed in the standard deviation area here and we respected it, we respected it. We did nice movement here. This is what you want to see. On the daily though, we have what? Our external, let's put this right here. So on the daily here, we have our external buy side objective here. And where's my glasses? I know I'm going to do every single coin, I swear. I'm going to go through every single market, every single coin. So on the daily, we have this right here, external buy side liquidity up on the daily. And then we also have the sell side now. And here we had a sell side imbalance, or a buy side imbalance, which got an inverse, but it just never got respected. As you can see that there, here. So this one never really held. We re-delivered into it again. We're still, we made this one. So again, this is the key thing. If we were going to be bearish here, if we were going to hold this bearish inversion for value gap, this SIBI would have also held, but now we got inversed. So in this scenario, what are we going to be waiting to see is if we can get a change in the state of delivery from this right here, from these two down close candles, see if we can get a change in the state of delivery, get a closure, come back down, and then eventually move up higher. We don't even have to come back down though. If we're extremely bullish, we can just simply have, an opening and then eventually start to move up higher here. And that would be an ideal scenario here. We don't even have to come back down. We can just come back down a little bit and start to move up higher, break all-time highs, reach the 100K mark, what everybody's kind of expecting here. But that's kind of what the scenario here should be like if we're going to be, strong bullish. So if we go to the 4 hour here, on the 4H, it just looks like a clear market maker buy model. Here was your original change in the state of delivery right then and there. I know Romeo was talking about how this was his CRT entry right here. This was the precision entry. This is my soup right here, turtle soup right here, turtle soup. Changing the state, model 1 right here if you wanted to take the trade. As soon as you get the closure, you wait for the retest. Close enough, you buy. Boom, boom, boom. I know he also took it on the 2 hour right there. So this was his 2 hour entry right there, something like this. You could have also entered off the inversion, then eventually start seeing the market move up higher. So yeah, that's pretty much really, really good here. You can have this CRT, use your entry, boom, boom, boom. You can simply just target the high. If not, you want to catch the whole thing, use spot. That's where you look for the reversal to occur. So pretty simple, pretty cool. I know I saw Romeo on Twitter going crazy with that. But it's hard to pick bottoms and tops in my honest opinion, and I rather just catch like a good portion of the meat of the move and confirm that the reversal is occurring. So that's kind of why I don't really want to trade turtle soups. I'm willing to trade CRT, but only with a good amount of confirmation. And then so yeah, so again, all we're going to be waiting for is the change in the state of delivery here, watching to see if we can retrace back down, and then we're to start to move up higher, reaching for the high, reaching for the 100K mark there. We also have a buy side imbalance here, and then eventually we do also have a sell side imbalance. But again, we have a daily PD array which got inverse. So in my honest opinion, we can probably retrace, sweep, or reach into this buy side imbalance, and then eventually start to move up higher, get past this right here, and then eventually make this inverse and continue to the upside. In this honest case scenario, what is this right here? Your bearish order block, or even this right here is more prominent in my opinion right there. So this is going to be a key area where the market eventually start to move down, and then if we want to be bullish, we're going to have to break past that. So this this right here is very, very prominent. Yeah, that's just something you got to be watching out for. So and let's go to the weekly again. The weekly, in my opinion, we're still stuck inside of this candle's range. In my honest opinion, I would prefer to see either one side get swept. In my honest opinion, I'd rather see the low get swept, reach into the buy side imbalance, and then eventually start to move up higher. But on the daily, we're indicating already, we're reversing. So in honest case scenario, we probably start to move up higher, break above this high, at least close above the high to confirm that higher prices are coming. You can see every time we close above the high, always confirms what higher prices are coming. The opening, you can see we come back down a little bit, and then we start to move up higher. Every single open for the past 3 weeks, we move down a little bit, and then we start to move up higher. So same thing with this one. Have a little wick right there, and then we start to move up higher. Pretty basic scenarios here. So now we're going to want to see the market continue, and if we can reach above this high, that's honestly what we want to see. On the 1 hour, we have that bullish breaker right then and there, and then we also have this little market maker model here that's forming right here. And in this honest case scenario, we can probably reach back into this fair value gap, but it's also overlapping with that 4 hour fair value gap. So it would be ideal just for us to reach into it, and then eventually start to move up higher if you want to come back down any further. And that's just, it's overlapping, is nice, it's good. Bitcoin, we can see this right here form, but if we do get a closure above these down close candles before that, then eventually I'm going to want to see this order block hold. So yeah, and then eventually start to reach past these, where's it at? This right here. Get past that, continue to the upside, and that's it. That's pretty much really it. That's the last line of defense, which was that order block, that bearish order block that formed. And that's pretty much really it. So yeah, let me turn the volume down a little bit. I know it's a little bit loud right there. I think that should probably be better. Let me see, turn it down a little bit more. Probably right there. I feel like it might be a little bit too loud. I don't want it to be too loud. All right, let's go to Ethereum. So ETH has been strong. Again, I don't know why people have been doubting ETH for the longest. On Twitter, so many people were hating on ETH during the beginning of this month. They're saying it's shit, it's not moving. Just invest into BTC and Sol. Now ETH is moving. Now it's strong. And again, everybody has been hating on it. Everybody's been doubting it. Now it's moving, So, and again, I've not been hating on it. I've been actually anticipating this market to move up higher. If you go back to the old charting sessions from the beginning of November, I've been saying, on the past couple of streams that Ethereum is one of those coins where I believe is lagging, but eventually it will catch up. And when it does, it's going to move with drastic speed. And there's just no telling how long it's going to last. And, like the slow range down here. But again, we have made this inverse now. If we're going to close above here, which we're guaranteed, if we're going to close above this high at least, we're guaranteed this is inversed. Probably going to use it as a means to push us up higher. We never retrace into this weekly buy side imbalance, which again indicates strength here, indicates a lot of strength. On the monthly, we're already above this bearish order block's mean threshold. To me, that indicates bullishness. If we get a close even above here, that's even more bullish. That's like we're going to reach past the all-time highs and go even further. On the daily though, we were chopping. We were chopping a little bit here, for, let's see how long, from right here to right there, 7 days. And then eventually from right here to right there, 5 days. Pretty good, pretty good. Some candles, we just come back, chop around, and then we start moving towards the end, which was Thursday, and then eventually Wednesday, so midweek strong push injection, but we did hold the buy side imbalance there, and on the daily we already met this buy side objective. Now we were simply here, this is kind of why I kept this high, was because we were simply yet to break above it, and I was simply waiting for a market structure shift. Until that happened, I was going to have it there until we broke above that high, and now we finally did. So yeah. And then on the 4 hour, here on the 4 hour, we were not holding this 4 hour PD array. As you can see, we were coming back down, sweeping the lows, reaching to the fair value gap. This is something that's very, very prominent. If you have key lows and, we have yet to reach into the fair value gap, if we have close relative equal lows and the fair value gap still left unfilled, I promise you, you will have that fair value gap at least tapped up into to then eventually start pushing you up higher. It's pretty key, pretty prominent. You always see it, you know, like if you have something like this in this scenario, you know, if you have like a key fair value gap that is left unfilled, then we have a key low that's next to it. I promise you, if we're not moving higher, we're probably going to reach into that area and then eventually sweep that low and then reach into the fair value gap to then reverse. So it's very prominent. I promise you, you will see it happen. And then eventually, what does this form right here? That forms the bullish breaker to then push you up even higher with speed. And that's kind of what happened here in this scenario. As you can see here, we have formed your bullish breaker, which is what? Strong bullish price signature that is indicating higher prices here on Ethereum with the speed, with drastic speed, honestly. Yeah, just strong bullish to me. Like, why would you want to continue to doubt this market here? And then this right here is, I believe, a weekly. It's a daily buy side objective up there, which we have met. So now I'm going to mark it out as gray right there. And yeah, we have met the buy side objective. We have ran through it with speed. This is kind of what I want to see if we're bullish. Strong displacement above the highs, you know, strong displacement above buy side liquidity, indicating what? Leaving fair value gaps behind to continue to the upside here. We're probably gonna have another fair value gap left. This candle right here, since it's gonna be Thanksgiving and bank holiday, is not really gonna be moving as much with enough volume, and you're probably gonna see the candle stall. And then Friday we're gonna have a fair value gap. We can retrace up into it to then eventually move up higher and get past this fair value gap right here. This is kind of a key scenario here. We're probably have to get past that high, or I mean that fair value gap and this high up here. So yeah. And then eventually break all-time highs, but we also have some order blocks here left behind that we're going to have to get past and the mean thresholds. Nice charts. Thoughts on ETC? What is ETC, brother? There is no ETA, ETC, ETA, ETC. I don't know. I mean, we're bullish so far, but it looks a little sloppy, I won't lie, especially on the weekly, but I mean, there's nothing you can't work against. We have the bullish breaker here. We have your standard deviation targets. We're still yet to meet this one up here. Where is the most recent objective? Probably be this high right there. It's on the weekly. Default. I mean, we're bullish here in this scenario, but you know, like the wicks here, we're unable to close above these candles. To me, that's indicating weakness. Unless we get a close above here for this week, I think that's strength. Like this candle right here, you know, we close above strength. Maybe we get that there. And then on the daily time frame, as you can see, we also have just a bunch of wicks here. Fair value up here, order block there. Not really showing too much strength here, but we are bullish. We're just slowly climbing up. We're having high resistant runs. We also have a fair value up here created showing strength. Indication right there, respect and pushing up higher. And this honest case scenario, I really don't like. It's not really clean price action in my opinion, but we are bullish. You know, we are bullish. We're going to continue to the upside, in my opinion. On the monthly, we look very, very just inside of a range. Honestly, in my opinion, we're stuck below this low right there, and then eventually above this, you know, high. We're stuck as of right now. So on the monthly, this is like the range here. As you can see, we're unable to break above this high and unable to break below this low. If you measure the 50% here, you can see every time we get to 50%, we start to reject multiple times. As you can see, we came back up, rejected, we came back up, rejected. Now we're going to want to see, does this, you know, candle, or I mean, does this time, this time around, I actually have some strength to push us up higher here. That's the main thing you're going to be wanting to watch here. Let's go right here like that. Yeah, my bad. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. You know, like, are we going to continue to the upside here, or are we going to start to reject off? You know, like after we sweep some highs, we're going to reject off. In this case scenario, you know, it's like a very range bound market. You got to be very patient and just continue to watch. You know, like, are we going to continue? Are we going to drop? You know, after we sweep some of these highs, are we going to break above them, leave for value ups, leave bullish PDRAs, and continue to the upside, or are we going to sweep, reverse, and start rejecting all the bullish PDRAs? Thanks. Looks better on log chart, though they go parabolic. The log chart. I mean, yeah, it probably does, I bet. Let's go back. Let's go back to ETH. So yeah, ETH, I want to see a fair value up created here the next day. I don't want to expect Thursday to have any volume since it's a holiday. I want to see a fair value up created, break above the high in the 4 hour here. We have the breaker though, so that's even more bullish. We don't really have to retrace that deep into that fair value gap if we do create it to then eventually push us up higher here. So yeah, that's really it. I want to see the breaker at least 50% not get retraced up into, because again, this is a balanced price range now. You don't want to see anything below here get retraced up into. I'm cool with anything above here or even reaching the 50%, but anything from there on, I would not want to see, in my opinion, from below here, below the 50%. We can wick, but I don't want to see a candle closure. So yeah, that's pretty much really it for ETH. Waiting for that fair value gap to be created, and that's all we're going to be waiting for. So nice, sweet relative equal lows here also, which if we do start to be bearish, eventually, the bears will come in. It's not, the market isn't going to continue all the way up. This is a key prominent area, where the market can eventually start to reverse if we do start becoming bearish. But, not right now, honestly. Not right now, because we have a bullish PDA wave. We're just breaking above highs. We're breaking above highs. And, yeah, we probably won't see that happen here. I'm losing my voice talking too much. I need some water. Solana, bro. Solana has been a very, very good coin. Solana, bro. Oh, I got it on my little monitor. Some little dots. Solana has been one of the coins where it's very strong, very, very prominent. Ecosystem right now is very bullish, especially with the meme coins and all that. What's going on, very, very bullish. On the weekly time frame though, let's get rid of this high. Weekly time frame, we had this buy side imbalance, which we did retrace up into to then eventually start moving up higher. On the daily time frame, we had daily CRT. You can see we completed it though, and then eventually we have this bearish fair value gap. We also have this SIBI right here though, but it isn't very prominent. I'm gonna have this one marked out. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna mark out this orange yellow line, and I'm gonna mark out the buy side objective here, because again, we have relative equal highs up there. We can reach up there. It's a key prominent area. If we do reach up there, are we gonna close above it, or are we gonna wick through it? We wick through it, bearish, lower prices. If we wick above, or if we close above, bullish, higher prices. So yeah, here in this honest case scenario, we have a bullish market maker buy model here that formed. In this case scenario, we did have very sloppy price action after reaching into the buy side imbalance here. Now, all I want to see is if, we continue to hold this bearish inversion fair value gap on the daily to push us lower to reach for the sell side down there resting, and how that weekly power 3 for the next candle is going to open up. Because again, on this weekly candle, we are going to look to close bullish. But for the next one, what are we going to do? Because again, we're having CRT form. For the next one, are we going to, close somewhere around here, and then eventually we come down to 50%, eventually start moving up higher for that weekly CRT if it does form. And yeah, that's pretty much really it. And again, if we get a closure above all these down close candles, what does that indicate to me? Bullish price here, bullish price action. We're going to have to continue and reach for higher prices for the next set of standard deviations, which is very close. So yeah. On the 4H, we don't really have much here on the 4H. We did have the change in state. We have a bearish fair value gap. We also have this bearish order block there. And again, just waiting, sitting on your hands, waiting. That's all. And we're just moving straight up. But again, what are we building? We're building up low resistance liquidity, which eventually we can move down and sweep. So yeah. All right, let's go to BNB. BNB is not really one coin I'm watching, but it is something I always pay attention to on the monthly buy side objective. On the weekly, bullish order block holding again, weekly standard deviation targets telling us up there, bullish market maker buy model. We also had that low swept right there, which I eventually will mark out, but let's do it right now actually. Might as well. And then eventually we also have this right here. If we close, what does that form? A bullish order block. And then eventually this is the high you want to reach. So let's mark this out. The high you want to reach, and then eventually continue to the upside. That's kind of looks like a market maker sell model, which was completed after this low and never really wanted to reach past this low. Our rejection blocks were met, and then eventually now we formed an inversion. We also have a SIBI up there, and then we also have this bearish breaker, which we need to get past. And once we do get past that, then eventually I'm going to be bullish, because again, that's the last PDA rate to hold. And then once we get past that, just go all the way up to the upside there, bro. There's no need for us to redeliver anymore, especially for all this price action. Especially if we close above this high, there's just no need. There's no need. Or even this right here, there's no need for us to get past below this right here, this quadrant right here. Especially if we close above this high, we just start breaking above highs. We don't need to reach any further because that's redelivered. It's a balanced price range. All right, XRP. XRP is one of those coins where it's just like, you know, everybody been right here. XRP is gonna perform this year. XRP right here. XRP. You know, like they're just going crazy throughout the whole year, and then eventually starts moving up, and they're like, I called it, bro. Like, it's just one of those people, you know, like they're on Instagram saying XRP is gonna move to $10,000. XRP is gonna move to $10,000 this cycle. We're so bullish. Bro. XRP is gonna move to 100,000, bro. XRP is going to $10 this cycle, bro. XRP is going to $100 this cycle, bro. I called it. You know, like just like there's people like that, bro, out there, and it's just like, bro, shut the. Nah, I'm not even gonna do it. Bro. They be mad annoying, bro. They be mad annoying. Their logic has no sense. Like deadass, they have no logic whenever they're talking about XRP is going to $10,000. Blah 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 blah. You know, like it just doesn't make sense. They need to go back and reevaluate their thoughts and their thought process as to why they believe XRP is going to $10,000. Like why? Like who comes up with things like that? You know, like why? And if it does ever goes to $10,000, and I'm the one, you know, in the future, like, damn, XRP reached $10,000 and they proved me wrong, then I'm gonna sit here, or I might not be sitting here. I may be sitting somewhere else, and I'm gonna reevaluate. But I'm gonna be someone that adapts. I'm gonna be someone that adapts to the situation, and I'm gonna capitalize upon it, because I'm not gonna be closed-minded. XRP is going to $10,000 without no logic. You know, I'm gonna be somebody. Okay, XRP is going to $10,000, but why is it gonna go there? What is going to be the main leading factor, and how am I gonna be able to capitalize upon it, and how am I gonna be able to use logic to back the opportunities that I'm gonna be presented with to capitalize upon it? So it's just a lot of people won't ever, you know, they're not gonna use their brain, but it is, you know, it is what it is. So again, on the daily time frame, we have this daily buy side imbalance. I don't know if we did meet 50% here. I think we did. So yeah, we met 50%. Now we're moving up higher to the buy side objective. On the 4-hour time frame, we had the 4-hour change in the state of delivery, or the bullish order block, model 1 right there. As Romeo would say, model 1 right there. Model 1, CRT is the key to the markets. You just need to pay attention to me, and then ICT as a pupil and a standing student will study the charts 10,000 times, 10,000 hours every day, 6 hours a day, studying the daily candle. Deadass. That's what Broski does. But I mean, his work is incredible. It's just personality-wise, is, in my opinion, he's not a great personality. There's no like flavor to him. Very dry. But I mean, me too. But like at the same time, he's just trying to be too Sigma, but he isn't. So you're just a trader, bro. You're just a trader. Just chill. You're just a trader, brother. You're just a trader that hasn't shown his face ever. But it is what it is. Cool. Again, on the weekly, on the 4-hour time frame, we have this 4-hour bullish order block. We can retrace. That's the thing. We can retrace because XRP is in high resistance conditions off of this fair value gap on the daily. We don't know when it's going to move, but how are we going to be able to anticipate that? Through the 12H. Through the 12H. If the 12H forms something like right here, this bullish order block, you're going to want to see the market push up higher here. On the daily, though, we had CRT, boom, boom, and then we're about to complete it. If we move up higher here, we start, you know, moving up higher, which, again, Thursday probably won't since Thanksgiving. We probably will, you know. But in this honest case scenario for XRP, it's just chop. It's just chop. The only time I would be buying is if we break below some lows. Or, I mean, not break below the lows, but sweep the lows, and then eventually I'm buying. You know, if we sweep below that low, I'm buying. If I was an XRP trader, then eventually sweep right there, I'll be buying more. Spot, of course, and then eventually holding. But even though we're still very, very deep into a premium on the daily, but if we're bullish, we're going to hold those premium arrays and then continue to the upside. So, yeah. Just not a coin I would be buying right now. I feel like it's way too early. But I know some people that would be buying it. And it is what it is. You know, if you want to buy it, you can buy it. Right here, you can see total moving up higher. Again, unable to close above. I don't know if I can see it, but unable to close above the previous week high or previous week low. We're inside of a range. We're going to wait to see what happens after Thanksgiving. And then on the daily time frame, we also have this daily buy side imbalance, which did hold. Now we're going to want to see, do we reach the buy side objective? Do we close above those down close candles to push us up higher and eventually continue to the upside there? That's pretty much really it. You know, we're going to have to wait and see what the market gives us. Just being patient. Again, market maker buy model here formed. We're just continuing to the upside. As soon as you had this right here, as soon as you had a closure above there, changing the state, we've been bullish ever since. Right here, even this bearish order block, as soon as you got an inverse, formed the fairly, got pushed up higher, respected it. That's where you buy. You buy. You buy right here. As soon as you sweep this low, you buy, then boom, start moving up higher. Because again, it's a market maker buy model. At the end of the day, if we were going to continue to be bearish, you know, your 3 PDA rule would have never been violated on the 1 hour time frame, and you wouldn't have some form of bullish PDA like this, or I mean bearish PDA here like that. When you get a closure above, I mean below, disrespected, in my honest opinion. And especially if you're in a bullish PDA, you don't want to see the bearish PDAs get inversed, because then that means you're bullish still. So I don't really have much words for that one. Again, this one, same thing really. Bullish, not really retracing. Did we retrace to 50%? I don't know. We did. We hit 50%, then we start to move up higher. On the 4 hour time frame, we don't really have much other than that 4 hour fair value up, which didn't hold. Then we also have that change in the state of delivery, and we're just bullish. Been bullish ever since we swept the low. False market structure shift, right then and there, and then we're gonna form a breaker. I think we did already. So we're gonna form a breaker. We're gonna continue to the upside here, probably with a lot of speed for Thanksgiving here. Give you a couple turkeys, and the market's gonna move up higher with speed. So yeah, for the altcoins. Monthly time frame again here. Monthly high met. Weekly time frame. Weekly buy side imbalance has never been met. What is this? A volatility injector right there from ICT. We don't want to see this form. If we can get a closure above, that's all I want to see honestly now. And then on the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour buy side imbalance again. Not really, you know, going and getting respected there. And then eventually, what do we have here? We have an inversion fair value gap after what? Sweeping these relative equal lows formed. So what does that mean? Higher time frame order block, lower time frame bullish breaker. So pretty simple, pretty clean, pretty sweet. Not much to complicate here, honestly, on the market. You know, there's not much. Again, I'm not capitalizing on these moves yet. You know, just yet. Whenever I start getting paid, you know, and eventually I try to land a different job remote, I will be I will be capitalizing on these crypto moves, you know, just the bull run in general. That's why I'm investing in spot, you know, but leverage wise, intraday wise, I will be capitalized upon these. Same thing with my futures accounts. I will be capitalized upon these more, and I'll start scaling. I'll actually be putting more money into future prop firms and just trying to, as of right now, I'm going to try to get that job first, but also review my notes a lot more. Go all in, back test, forward test, tape read, you know, and do a lot of things to improve my trading. I feel like I'm there already, but I just need to get over the psychological barriers which are impacting my trading, you know, which is like risk management, following your rules. Because again, even if I do trade crypto and if it's, you know, my personal capital, I feel like it's going to be way worse because I'm going to try to over leverage. I'm going to try to hit, you know, like 100x, some bullshit, you know. So that's kind of why I want to go through the prop firm route, build the capital up there, build the discipline and the consistency to then eventually let it go over to trade futures, perpetuals, just let it reflect here also and scale. But also have some money in spot, you know, play it safe. But on the 4 hour time frame, we have the 4 hour inversion, 4 hour change in the state of delivery. We're forming that 4 hour bullish breaker, which again, total 2 hours already formed. This one I do anticipate it forming on the daily time frame. I don't know why that high is all the way up there. That's why I'm gonna take it off. But yeah, we want to form this bullish order block here on the daily. But again, it's Thursday, Thanksgiving holiday. Pretty much not really gonna see that happen. So yeah. What is this? BTC dominance is moving lower, as you can see on the monthly. This is the first time I've seen it go down. It was chopping around, but now we're actually moving lower. Weekly time frame, if we do get a closure below these candles right here, this one doesn't matter to me because this is the highest one right here. This is where it's the highest, where it closed. That's why this is my change in the state of delivery, my bearish order block. This one doesn't really matter. It's inside of that one. This is like the full candle range right here. This is where it opened, this is where it closed. This is the highest closing. This is like right below it. This one doesn't matter. This one, you want to neglect it. You want to like act like it's not even there. This one, your original. So yeah, I'm waiting for that, honestly. Waiting for this low to get met to eventually complete the market maker sell model there. Oh, I didn't mean to go on 11-day. On the 1-day chart, met the high, formed the breaker. As soon as we closed, you can see we retraced and then we started to move lower. Now we met this objective. The balance price range, even right here, just didn't hold. You know, the breaker is that powerful. The breaker here is that strong to the point where the fair value gap, the balance price range, didn't hold, got ran through. So even this fair value gap never really got retraced up into. That's how strong the breaker is. You know, whenever you sweep and you break a key low or high, it's over. Fair value gaps overlapping with that PDRA are even more strong. Like if we had another fair value gap here, like a SIBI, then you had like a little bullish fair value gap. That bullish fair value gap was going to get ran through with speed, especially if you deliver into the SIBI there. It's going to get, you know, ran through. But yeah, now honestly here, waiting for that weekly change in the state of delivery. And this also means altcoins are going to start moving up higher. That's kind of why my AVAX spot bag is moving up higher right here, because of Bitcoin dominance moving lower. That's why, you know, and I see a lot of other altcoins moving, you know, like Say is moving up a lot, Near, AVAX, some other ones, you know, like XLM, you know, they're moving up a lot because Bitcoin dominance has been moving a lot lower. And so if Bitcoin's moving lower, it doesn't matter anymore. These altcoins are still going to perform. They may not move like 10 to 20% as of like when Bitcoin's moving up, but they will continue to like move like 2 to 5% when Bitcoin's dropping. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin's moving lower or higher. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum has been moving up while everything else is dropping. I wonder why. And then let's go to Ethereum dominance. I don't know if we're actually holding this for early up. Now we didn't hold it. So we have that SIBI on the monthly, which I'm not going to mark out. We have this bearish order block, which we are retracing up into. You know, if we don't hold it, that means what? We're going to make it an inversion. We're going to form a change in the state. We're probably going to push up higher here. We're going to start moving up higher. I'm not even going to lie. This chart looks ugly. Looks ugly. A bunch of bodies, no wicks. Looks ugly in my opinion, but we are bullish for right now. Retracing into the bullish order block. We have not seen any bearish PDRAs. We see a buy center balance form. We might see another one form here. We have yet to, you know, start to move lower, reject off of it after retracing up into it. So yeah, I'm just waiting, honestly, seeing if we can get a bearish reaction off of it to then eventually start pushing us lower. But if we don't get that, then of course continue to the upside. I'm not really against that. And yeah, that's really it. Let's go to the monthly on Sol ETH. We're starting to move down. You can see here what advanced CRT on the weekly there. It's on the monthly. What am I talking about? The monthly advanced CRT. Maybe we start seeing the reversal happen where ETH starts to overlap Solana and Ethereum becomes more powerful than Sol. You know, maybe we see that happen in the next couple of months. And then eventually we can probably get a change in the state here also. If we close below this, I'm going to be a little bit 50-50, honestly, because we still have this bias and imbalance. And we're not really sweeping any key PDRAs there. Like on the 3-month, because again, this chart's kind of new. But yeah, and we're not really holding the order block there, so I'm going to take it off. I'm going to mark out the 50% though of these bodies, which again, we're not even holding either. So yeah. And if we go to the daily time frame, we had daily CRT, break a market structure, boom, boom, boom. Now we have this daily sell side imbalance, which formed. But what is more prominent than that? The bearish BPR. The bearish BPR, we're going to mark it out gray like that, and we're going to leave it. Then we have our buy side objective down here, which we can meet. And if we do meet it, we're going to reverse. Are we going to sweep it and start to reverse? Or are we going to range bound like we once were before? Highly likely scenario is the second one, where we range bound, which is pretty cool. We just become a range bound market. So we're not really going to be moving either side. And I rather prefer that sometimes, because if we're, you know, trending on one, we're going to actually be trending on the opposite in the other direction. So I'd rather have a range bound market showing ETH and Solana are both strong, but as of right now, Ethereum is overlapping. So yeah, honestly, in this honest case scenario on the daily time frame, we're going to watch to see, do we retrace into the bearish BPR, or do we form that weekly change in the state of delivery, make this inverse, continue to the downside, meet all these lows down here, and then eventually, you know, on the monthly, we're going to have that advanced CRT to complete it. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. Ethereum BTC. Again, we have that SIBI up there we can retrace up into on the weekly time frame bearish order block, which we are retracing back up into. On the daily time frame, we have this one right here, your last line of defense, honestly, which is a SIBI there, a nice little good SIBI on the daily there. But yeah, we also have this right here, change in the state of delivery. What is that to me? Standard deviation targets right there, default. Let's go to the weekly, monthly. Boom. That's all I'm going to be watching to see is if we can get past that right there. we can get past that right there, continue to the upside, that's kind of what I'm just going to want to be seeing. Do we reject? Do we start to move lower? This is going to be the buy side objective right here. So yeah, buy side liquidity objective for right now on the daily. To complete the market maker buy model here that formed. And that's pretty much really it. So yeah. What is it? Sol BTC now. Sol BTC range bound market, which is kind of what I like to see. This is kind of what I want to see for Sol ETH. Just like chop around. You know, I'm not really too worried about if we move up or down. I want to see a chop around, showing strength on both sides. Discounting the wick, consequent encroachment, holding range high, range low. So yeah, on the daily now, CRT on the daily, you can see that there again. Range high, range low. We are still yet to meet the low, which means you know we're still in a range bound market. We're chopping around, pretty cool. I'm not really against it. We formed new CRT here, which we can see us start to move up higher, and then eventually completed here. So yeah, pretty much cool range bound market environments. I'm not really against it at all. So yeah, not something I'm willing to trade though. Range bound. Let's take a little break. Take a little break for me. We're already in the altcoin section, so just gotta chill out. We already went through what, all the main markets, all those right there. Now we're gonna go to the altcoins, stable coins, all that. I need to learn how to do better research for certain markets, because I want to invest into good projects. You know, I don't want to be investing just because everybody else is investing. I want to actually have research backing myself up with, you know, like good teams. You know, like good teams, knowing the people, knowing the community, seeing what they're doing for the community and all that. I think that's more important than just buying a coin because it's cheap or something like that. You know, I want to see the tokenomics. Get really good at investing in that stuff. You know. So yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Knowing your investments, playing it safe, you know. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get started, guys. Get to the altcoin segment of the stream. Altcoin segment. This is kind of where I like to stick around to, you know, because this is AVAX. Again, I've been buying it, buy. Now it's like 3x my portfolio, which is pretty decent in my opinion. For spot, in my opinion, you could have been buying better coins, cheaper coins, watching the market go up higher, capitalize upon in it. Even if you DCA, I think that's even just as good. Like before this whole month, or I mean during like the first or 2 weeks during the election, that's when you should have been DCAing. As soon as you saw Bitcoin move up, you know the altcoins are going to catch up eventually later on, and that's kind of where you want to be buying, because they are right now. But enough of that. On the monthly time frame, we have this bearish order block mean threshold. We have already met the mean threshold. Now we're going to want to see, you know, in the next 2 days, do we close above it? Do we close below it? Do we reject it? And all that good stuff. Same thing with the weekly candle. Are we going to close above the weekly high up here, indicating higher prices? Like this right here. Every time we close above, to me that indicates higher prices. Every time we wick below it, that means what? We need to redeliver. Same thing, you know, like we need to redeliver back down, maybe to 50% of this candle's range, maybe to the 75% quadrant, to then eventually start to move up higher. You know, same thing with the body candle. You can use that in this scenario. But, you know, to me, whenever we wick and we are unable to close above, indicates what? Maybe we want to retrace a little bit. Maybe we want to be a little bit more bearish. Maybe the next candle here is going to start to be a little bit bearish, come back down and redeliver into a buy side imbalance to then eventually move up higher. I'm not really against that at all either. But on the weekly, again, watching to see if we close above. On the daily time frame, we have been holding this buy side imbalance, and again, this looks like XRP in my opinion, if I'm being real. But this is your CRT right here. Sweep the low, advance the CRT. That's where you start buying. Buy. 39. You leverage. You put 100x right there. On daily, on the 1 hour time frame, what do? You wait for model one right there. You get a closure above. you again, you can enter there. You can wait for a better entry, which again would be the fair value up here, fair value up entry, and then actually what is the low right there, right then and there, because again you already had a change in the state. You put 100x on this trade, boom, boom, boom. In my honest opinion, I don't want to see this low ever come back down, or the order block, in my opinion, get retraced up into, because again, if we go to the 5 minute, this is all what rebalance. This is all balance right here, all this right here. This is all the balance price range. You don't want to see the market come back down to that area. So I would put my stop loss at the rejection block. Or I mean, yeah, the rejection block lows. Let the market run. Let the trade run to 100x. But again, this is on a leverage play. You know, if you have 100x there, but you want to take some profit, move the stops to break even, play safe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, on the daily time frame, again, it looks very sloppy in my opinion, but it's just something you have to deal with, honestly. Something you have to deal with. Very slow ride up. What does that build? Low resistance. Builds up low resistance, trendline liquidity, whatever you want to call it, to then eventually move lower. But the main scenario we want to see us get past is the 50%, which again we're stalling now. You know, if we break above here with speed and we're able to close above, form some form of not even on the daily. What is the 12H? Yeah, if we form some form of a bullish order block here on the 12H, to me that indicates higher prices, and I just want to see speed and continuation. We can, you know, would have been better if we did form a breaker here. If we swept this low right here, and then eventually we started to move up higher and get a closure above here, to me then and there we would not have to be moving down lower at all. You know, would want to see speed and delivery to the upside here, but again we didn't get that, so now we're gonna have to see that slow ride up, which is cool, but you know, it's one that's very slow, steady, not really speed. You can see that there here. Wednesday wasn't really moving with speed. Same thing with Thursday, Tuesday. I mean, slow climb up, not really something you want to see, but it is something you have to deal with eventually. You know, eventually once the holidays and like all these, you know, like events stop happening, the market is going to be very slow, you know, and those are the days where a lot of people lose themselves. They close the trades, they do this, that, you know, but you're going to have to be able to be patient, hold, sit on your hands, and just continue to be patient and wait for the good days where the market does pump, you know. But yeah, here in this honest case scenario, I would want to see the 12H bullish order block form and then eventually start to move up higher. On the 4H, we don't really have much here on the 4H. As of right now, you know, we really don't have much at all. On the 1H is even worse. You know, on the 1H is just slow, steady, bullish order blocks forming all around the place. Right here, you change in the state, continuing to push up. So yeah, not really much I can say. Honestly, the best looking chart would be the 12H right now. So waiting for this 12H bullish order block here to form, and then eventually give us the confirmation to continue to the upside using standard deviations right here to eventually aim for new targets, which would have to be, you know, like the 57 mark through the 61, and then eventually the final terminus would have to be the 70 to like the 71 to like 76 mark. So yeah, that's pretty much really it if we do get that bullish order block to form on the 12H. So yeah. Ton is one of those markets where it's beautiful. Inversion on the monthly forming. We did also have this bearish order block. I mean, threshold also being hit, but again, not really respecting it to push us lower. Same thing with the weekly one here. We're not really respecting it to push us lower. We had that bullish order block here, Model 1 form. Eventually we retraced up into it, respected it, pushed up higher. Again, I really don't trade Model 1, but I see a lot of, you know, traded deals with Model 1. I just don't have enough conviction yet to take it. Eventually I probably will later on in life. But again, we can see we stalled inside of this monthly PD array multiple times. Now the real challenge is getting above this mean threshold of that weekly bearish order block, and then eventually breaking above. You can see every time we do reach it and we start rejecting wicks, you know, I want to see a candle closure above it, especially on the weekly time frame. I would want to see a candle on the weekly to close above, since it's a weekly PD array. That's pretty much really it. On the daily, we have the buy side imbalance, which did get retraced up into to then eventually start to move up higher. We also had CRT here form from this low right here, close above, push up higher. I feel like the 12H does look, so yeah, the 12H looks really better than every other time frame for right now. On 12H, we also have this right here, which is a bullish order block on the 12H. Probably on the 4H is a breaker. So yeah, it's probably a breaker. I am tripping maybe. Yeah, it's a breaker here. I'm bugging out. We have a breaker here. That looks really nice. You know what? We swept this low right here, close above right around here. So the bullish breaker formed. Now we want to see the market have strong delivery with speed here. This is kind of what I wanted for AVAX. AVAX was unable to sweep the low, Ton did. So what does that form? You know, a stronger high probability of us reaching higher. We also have a BPR here, which we never retraced up into, which is showing what an indication of bullish price action, bullish strength. We never really delivered into it. Just continue to the upside here at this point, bro. Just continue pump, and just break, you know, these highs up here, get past the weekly bearish mean threshold of that order block, and then reach for the CRT high on the monthly there. I think that would be beautiful. I think it will happen very soon. And yeah, you probably should have been entering at the breaker. It's not too late, in my opinion, to eventually, you know, hold for the next couple of days to see that happen. So yeah, and then on near, again, bearish order block mean threshold on the weekly time frame. This is a strong market maker buy model, but again, it's been one that's been very stalling for a long time. Again, candle closure. Do we see a candle closure above here? Do we see a candle closure above there? If not, maybe we start to see a retracement, 50% of the candle, to then eventually start to reverse and move up higher. CRT there, we completed it both sides. Bullish order block here, which I'm going to take off. And then again, CRT here, another setup form of CRT on the daily. Bro, there's so many CRTs you can find on the daily, the 4H, 12H. You know, you can find so many trade ideas if you know how to find the bias in the narrative on crypto, especially with meme coins too, bro. So once I get this pay, is wraps where I'm scaling. I'm gonna be studying on the charts 24/7. It's wraps, my boys. It's gonna be wraps. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be wraps very, very soon. So yeah. All right. Daily time frame, form daily CRT. I want to see a closure above there. On the 12H, we already formed. We have not formed a change in the state, but we are forming a bullish breaker. Once we do form that bullish breaker on the 12H, I'm going to want to see strong delivery on near, and eventually just strong pumps here. So that's kind of another thing I want to see here. Breaking above this high, reaching that, using the standard deviation targets to eventually have projections of where we would want to see the market start to eventually reverse here in this scenario. But we're going to wait for that candle closure. Wait to see, you know, if the market is going to start to pump, reach, you know, the new all-time highs there, which would be juicy. So it isn't out of reach, in my opinion. I think it would be, you know, happening very soon. We also have the SIBI, which got an inverse, which we're going to mark out here. Which got an inverse there. We'll take off this yet. Dom. So yeah, it looks nice. Looks beautiful. Probably start to see the market move up higher here. 4H, let's go to the 4H. 1H, everything looks nice here. Beautiful, strong, bullish price action, market maker buy model forming. Gonna see it completed very soon, and we're gonna see that 12H breaker form, and we're gonna see the market start to pump up and push with speed higher, reach the all-time high very, very soon. Higher. Not bad. All right, let's go here. Render, bullish, monthly bullish. Candle closure again. We're inside of this candle's range. We're inside. Let's go to the daily. Daily time frame. We formed that bullish order block. We held it multiple times. I'm going to take it off though because it looks very, very sloppy, bro. We're inside of a range. Let me mark out range, low, range, high. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we're range bound trading, I've been studying my notes. You know, we're range bound trading. You want to mark out the high, lower, low. Same thing right here in this scenario. What are we having here? This high got broken through? No. CRT here. Boom. Push up higher. 4 hour time. 12H. 4H. Nah, muddy. 12H. Monthly. Oh, monthly. I'm skipping time frames here. 12H CRT. Whoa. CRT. We did form C. No, we didn't form. Oh, we did. No. Whoa, muddy. I'm skipping time frames, bro. I'm going crazy. Let's put inversion mean threshold since we already did close above it. So yeah, it's inversion mean threshold of that bearish order block for each time frame. Market make a buy model. Market make a buy model, baby boy. Market make a buy model. We also have this buy and balance, baby boy. Buy and balance, baby boy. Let me tell you something about this buy and balance, boy, man. When I was like 14 years old in 1990, trading with ICT, man, I was one of the best traders. I was winning Robin's Cup with ICT, man, but ICT always let me down with the Robin's Cup. He always never performed. He always said he was gonna do this, do that, but he wasn't a man of his word when it came to that. And I've been trying for 4 years with ICT to tell him to go win the Robin's Cup. I've been trying to motivate him and do all these things, but he hasn't been knowing them. Let me tell you something about Johnny Boy. Let me tell you something about ICT. ICT is one of the greatest traders, and he just doesn't want to prove it to the world, Johnny, because he knows those concepts, man. Those concepts he be teaching and taking from other people and rewarding them is gonna go crazy. But it is what it is, Johnny Boy. Let me tell you that. It is what it is. All right, render though. Let's go to the I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm tripping out. Oh, whoa. Forgot to take that off. All right, on render, we're inside of this range bound market on render. On the weekly time frame, do we get a closure above or below? Again, I'm not taking these off. What am I doing? I was talking about ICT, man. Come on. All right, weekly time frame. Again, do we close above? Do we wick below? I mean, do we sweep the low, sweep the high? You know, if we break above the high, I want to see strong displacement. On the 1 day chart, I want to see what we had CRT form. We're about to complete it. Do we see a change in the state of delivery? You know, that's all I'm waiting for. 12H, we already had that. You know what? Inversion mean threshold form. On the 4H, we have a 4-hour buy and imbalance with formed. Are we going to retrace up into it for that market make a buy model to then eventually have that one last leg push up in that retracement? So yeah, you know, that's all I'm watching for. Again, all going to be redelivered and balanced. So I'm not going to want to see the market come back down to 50% any further, stay up in the upper quadrant, eventually start breaking above the highs if we are going to be bullish. So yeah, and it just seems like we're going to be bullish because, again, we're already so high up there. So it doesn't make sense to come back down. I was going to say SUI, SUI monthly time frame, monthly bullish order block, which we're gonna take off, but we're gonna mark it out right here. I would use standard deviation here, but it just in this scenario, bro, like just go to the moon at this point. You know, I reached like $10. There's no point in trying to stop this thing. Weekly time frame, we are forming the weekly CRT. Maybe this is where you see the market start to pump up one more time and just start breaking above these highs and continue to the upside to form a change in state, or a bullish order block there. Not even reaching to this PDRA, which is crazy. It's crazy. Not even on the 3-day market, or 3-day buy and balance. Yeah, not even on the 3-day one. Crazy work from SUI. Let me tell you that, bro. Let me tell you that. All right, let's mark out the high, let's mark out the low, range bound. Not really range bound, but I'm gonna say, you know, this external objectives where I would want to see, you know, buy side and sell side replay. 12H. Let's go mark out 12H. Standard, not standard, change in state. That's kind of what I mean. We formed that bullish order block on the 12H. So to me, we look a little bit more bullish than bearish, in my opinion. It just all depends on how that weekly candle closes. Or we're gonna close, have that wick below, close above here. To me, that's bullish. That's bullish. Probably gonna reach for the high. CRT there formed, you know, and that's bullish to me. 4H, we had a 4-hour buy side imbalance here after the market structure shift, after the sweep. What is that? What is that? A 22 model. 22 model right here. Perfect. Delivered nicely there, and it just went up to the upside, as you can see. Beautiful market delivery. I'm gonna leave it there just cause, you know, like it just looks pleasing, aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, and I would say we have high resistance, not really low resistance, probably right here in this quadrant right here. Some high resistance there. Maybe we run past that high right here, and then eventually this is kind of more high resistance, and then that's gonna be a little bit harder to get past all this low. All this right here from that low to these highs right there. That's gonna be like more of a harder quadrant to get past, since it's been like just retraced back up into like multiple times, retraded back up into. And yeah, just anything above this low right here, anything above this low is gonna be very hard to get past. Same thing with all this right here. Maybe these highs right here we start moving, get past, and then eventually once we start getting to here, it's gonna be a little iffy, you know, a little slow delivery. So yeah, on SUI. Let's go to the 1H. What's up, dog? What's up, bro? And then on the 1H, yeah, I'm not going on the 1H. I can't go on the 1H, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm trading leverage, I probably will start going into the 1H. But as for right now, I'm just using spot. More long-term investment type market movement. I'm not gonna want to give you some like, you know, short-term trade, and then eventually, you know, it goes wrong. You start blaming it on me. You know, I'm just trying to give you a bias, narrative, all that good stuff. So yeah. On though. I want to see this close above this CB there. Let's make this yellow because, again, it probably will happen. And then eventually the mean threshold which again probably already happened. ADA looking good right now. Is that Cardano? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Cardano has been moving up. I've been having it. I've been seeing it on CoinMarketCap moving up a lot. Is that Cardano? Wait, am I tripping? Oh yeah, it is. I'm thinking about Dot. I'm thinking about Polkadot. I keep mixing them up, bro, for some reason. Are you expecting a pullback after Thanksgiving? I mean, for what market? It depends on what market, honestly. For altcoins, I mean, I'm not really expecting too much of a pullback for altcoins. For BTC, Ethereum, not really. I think Ethereum, yeah, can pull back a little bit to then eventually start moving up. Solana, same thing with Sol. For Bitcoin, I really don't see it also. Not too much of a big pullback. Just crypto in general. Probably for the next month. Not for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, bro, like after Thanksgiving, I really don't. Let's look at this chart actually. Let's go look at total. Total's like everything basically. Nah, not really. I'm not really even expect. If we get a closure above this candle, I'm not really gonna be expect. I mean, we can retrace, but it's not really a. I mean, it is a lower time frame pullback. Lower time frame, higher time frame retracement, lower time frame pullback, and then eventually start pumping up again. This right here, I guess this was kind of anticipated since we had the buy side imbalance. We were reaching back into the discount of the range. It's not, you know, like this is kind of ideal, bro. Like kind of what everybody should have been anticipating. You know, the market doesn't straight up we just go to the moon. Sometimes you have these pullbacks, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have these pullbacks, you gotta be anticipating it. You gotta be anticipating it, bro. You can't be simply bull, you know what I'm saying? The market doesn't go up straight up to the moon. It's gonna have these pullbacks, it's gonna have these healthy retracements. That's when you buy, and then you hold. That's it. That's pretty much the name of the game. All right, monthly time frame, monthly SIBI, monthly bearish inversion, mean threshold on the monthly. Weekly time frame, we had the same thing. This, bro, I'm not gonna lie, this chart looks like Ethereum. It looks just like ETH. I'm not even gonna lie. And then buy side objective up here. Relative equal highs are forming now. Right there, you can see this high, failure swing, probably gonna move up higher. Again, all I'm waiting for is to see if we candle close above the previous week high. That's all. Every time we do close above the previous week high, again, we start moving up higher. I've been repeating this whole stream, bro. Every time we get a closure above, moving up higher. Every time we don't get a closure above, that's where things get a little iffy. You know what I'm saying? Where's a good example? Something like this. You know, this candle was unable to close below. Since we're bearish, you can see that there came back up, and it's cool. It's cool. Some scenarios are gonna happen like that. Sometimes you're gonna chop around, unable to break above highs and lows, and it's cool. That's how you're able to anticipate if this week's gonna have strong expansion, you know, and all that good stuff. And then on the daily, we have this daily bullish order block that formed. Maybe we start seeing this hold push us up higher. And again, we are forming more high resistance liquidity, especially on Ondo. I won't lie to you. You can see failure swings, or not really failure swings, but just high resistance conditions. You can see this order block was holding for so long, bro. Just so long. You see that? Multiple times, mean threshold retraced up into sweeping lows. Just not really healthy at all. Not healthy at all. Let's go to the 12H. 12H formed that bullish breaker. Now you want to see speed. Now you want to see delivery to the upside here. You don't want to see the market stall. I'm going to take off that daily order block, and I'm going to simply just use the breaker here on the 12H. And then we're going to mark out standard deviation to see where the retracements or where our first objectives of where we would want to see the market reach. So yeah, maybe there, maybe past that, maybe past these highs up here, if I'm being real. This is all low resistance. Failure swing, sweep, failure swing, then we start moving lower. It's cool though. This right here is low resistance, since it has all these failure swings. It's cool though. Maybe we see that happen. Maybe we do see this breaker hold, start pushing up higher. I wouldn't want to see the 50% of this right here. I would not want to see this lower quadrant ever get retraced up into and close below. We can hit wick, cool, but I wouldn't want to see the candle close. So then eventually I'm like, all right, I'm sidelines again. I want to see this low get swept, then eventually start moving up higher. I didn't like to see that weak ass movement. You know, I want to see strong delivery to the upside. Especially if Bitcoin's rallying, you know. You start like that analysis. I appreciate that, bro. And then a Rune, bro. I'm so disappointed in Rune, bro. I expected good movement from Rune. I expected higher prices. I expected such strong delivery. It's just not giving me that. You can see this. Look at this candle. We're sweeping both sides, bro. Like, come on, bro. You're supposed to just sweep one side and then eventually move in the opposite direction and close. Here, we swept this. We swept this high. Now we're inside of the range, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, for real? And then on the weekly time frame, weekly CRT, we're unable to get above and just start moving up higher and get a closer above here. It doesn't look nice at all. We had this CRT form. You can see that there. We came back, hit 50%. Then we formed this one right here. We swept the low, closed above. Now we're unable to get above. It just shows weakness. Doesn't show strength at all. Bullish order block did hold though. Bearish BPR. I mean, bullish BPR never really got retraced up into other than that, which is good. I want to see that upper quadrant stay on, in the lower quadrant stay unfilled, which is beautiful. Beautiful. Same thing with that Ondo, the breaker. I want to see that part unfilled since it's balanced already. On the let's go to the 12H. Again, same thing really on the 12H. We have that bearish order block. I'm gonna mark out mean threshold, and I'm just gonna want to see it stay above, stay above mean threshold and continue to the upside. I'm not really against that. If we can come back down, redeliver into it, but I would, for the most part, see the candles close above, probably wick through, and just stay, on the upside. I'm not really against that at all. We're just not really moving with speed though. That's kind of another thing. We're not really moving with speed. We're back inside every time. Every time we're back inside of a range. I don't like that. I like seeing us break highs, leave for value ups, continue to the upside. I think that's more, it's more healthy. We of course we're gonna have corrections, something like this, but if we're unable to continue to break above the high and we're just correcting all the way back down, it doesn't look ideal to me. Especially being in a range bound market before this, having all this balance redelivered into, especially this right here. We should have not seen the market ever come back down to the the lower quadrant. All this right here, again, we went up, came back down. Here we should have had strong delivery, broke above here, and at most stopped at the 50% or this quadrant right here of that 50%. Right here, this 25%. We should have not ever came back to the actual 50%. Especially on the 12H, bro. That just goes to show weakness. Plus, we don't have monthly PD rays or weekly PD rays backing this one up, in my opinion. It just doesn't look, too strong. I rather prefer the other markets. So, yeah. Let's go to Beam. Beam, the AI narrative going crazy right now. I'm not even gonna lie. All over Twitter, bro. Everybody going crazy for the AI meme coins. What was it? Leah AI. That's, bro. Everybody's going crazy for that thing right now. Buying it, going crazy. Just the chill guy right there. You know what I'm saying? He's going crazy. The GOAT going crazy. The Huz. Not really the Huz. It kind of died down. Maybe chill guy. Chill guy's probably the next 1 billion market cap coin. But honestly, I like Pepe. I like Pepe and Brett more, in my opinion. Or PopCat. PopCat's really good too. So yeah, but Doge is number one though, for sure. Doge is gonna continue to be number one, especially with Elon. The narrative around him being in office, the Department of Government Efficiency lining up. Every time you make something big happen, I bet you Doge is gonna just pump like crazy. If Elon does some crazy moves, is gonna just pump. Or when Trump gets in office, maybe it pumps even more. Maybe that's the coin that just starts going crazy, if I'm being real. So yeah. Beam, again, really monthly mean threshold. That bearish order block weekly time frame. This one's nice. I won't lie to you. We have the weekly SIBI, which is holding, as you can see there. Bullish order block never really got retraced up into, which is cool. Bearish order block here. We're hitting the 50%, rejected once. Are we gonna break above here, make this inverse, continue to the upside, reach for this high? That's kind of, what I'm saying, like, that's kind of what we're watching here. You know what I'm saying? We are reaching into the premium side of the zone right here. And are we gonna start being bullish? Are we gonna start disrespecting bearish PD rays, forming bullish ones, respecting the bullish, breaking the highs? That's kind of what we're watching. Simple as that, honestly. Range bound market conditions. Usually when range bound, just mark out the high and low. Mark out the high and low, mark out the equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all really you can do, especially when you're in a range bound market. Like which side is gonna get met first? Are we gonna break above, continue? Are we gonna break below, continue? Leave displacement? It just certain things like that, So we had the fair value up here, didn't really hold. I'm not gonna lie, we're closing above, closing below, not really holding, not really acting like a key area for where the market would want to start to, respect. It just isn't like that. It's not showing respect. It's not respecting. Breaker. Maybe we don't sweep that low down there. Eventually, I'll probably move it up higher if we form a short-term objective. Form a break. Again, bro, majority of these markets move the same. Just some of them have stronger PDA rays on the monthly and weekly. That's kind of where you want to distinguish which ones are stronger than the others and which ones are actually worth investing into or buying. That's really it. It's really just like the monthly and weekly that distinguish them. Majority of the time, sometimes they will be different, but majority of the time, like the below the daily or the weekly, they're gonna look the same. Just the monthly, where they're at on the monthly and where they're at on the weekly, will distinguish which ones are worth buying. So here at 12H, forming the breaker, closing above, like this candle staying up here, closing above there, reaching past this high, using standard deviation targets, and then eventually, getting a closure above that weekly PD rate, we can retrace to then eventually move up higher to reach the all-time high there. Not the all-time high, just this high up here, and then eventually all-time highs. Again, these are lagging. Bitcoin is the only one that's breaking. Same thing with Sol. And yeah, everything else is just lagging, in my opinion. ETH is still lagging, but it will catch up. I think it's gonna catch up pretty quickly, sooner than the other ones, sooner than the alts, of course. ETH is gonna catch up, break all-time highs, and then continue. So that's pretty much related for Beam. Not really have to go to that 4-hour time frame. Monthly Sibi again on ingest. Wait, we're in stables. So yeah, I'm only gonna go through a few of these, and I'm gonna go to the memes because again, I got a lot of coins. If I'm being real, let's distinguish which ones are worth. So I'm gonna go over Aptos, Chronos. I want to go over Jupiter, FTM for sure. Where's XLM? This one's not really. I would want to go over Core. That's really it, honestly. Probably these right here. Link. Yeah, I'm gonna probably do Link last. And then for memes, I'm gonna do Doge. Probably Popcat. Let's do Pepe. Pepe gotta be number 2. Bonk. I'm gonna put Bonk up there. Where else? Floki. Whiff. Brett has to be behind here. Actually, I'm gonna put Brett. This is hard, Peanut. Act. I'm gonna put Mew down here. Shib down here. Turbo below Shib, and then Nero below Shib. Act below Turbo. Peanut below Nero, and then Mog. I'm gonna put Mog right there below Peanut. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. All right, let's go through it. Let me get a little water break, and then we're gonna go through the segment. BTC perfect long on 90k psychological level. Link is perfect because of Oracle. Waiting for DApp to be more common. I've been seeing some hype around Chainlink. I won't even lie to you, bro. Especially on CoinMarketCap. Let's get back to the segment, though. I'm not trying to waste no time, bro. I'm trying to enjoy my night. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You're going to make $1 million trading. Yes, you watching. You're going to be a millionaire. All right. How long you been trading? Damn. It's about to be 2 years, honestly, since January. I started trading in December options, but I was using like support and resistance, not really using the concepts I use now. I started learning these concepts in January, and then eventually I switched to Forex prop firms. I went in too soon. I didn't even demo trade. Well, I did paper trade for like a month, but that was really it. Full time now, nah, bro. I got a job. It sucks, bro. I know it sucks, but it is. I was trying to do it full time while being unprofitable. It's even worse. I promise you, it's even worse. It just creates way too much pressure. Especially like when you don't perform, like if you're not performing that day or if you're having a bad week, it just makes you want to break that cycle of losing or over risk, over trade, make all the losses back, and it just never works out. And then eventually you just continue to demotivate yourself, continue to think it's your strategy. You think you need a new strategy. You think you need to do this, do that, do this, do that, change everything, strategy hop, find the golden, nugget, all this other stuff. So yeah, it just isn't worth it, bro, in my opinion. So that's kind of why I got a part-time job. And then eventually I plan on scaling, getting a better job, something remote in IT. That's what I've been talking about in my videos, doing remote work from IT right now, using that retail job to invest in my crypto portfolio for spot, playing it safe over the long run. Then eventually, once we do remote, we can probably go into perpetuals, futures, getting that, splitting the paycheck in half for education to get a better job, and then eventually investing. So I'm in full time now for 8 months, and yeah, I kind of wish I would have kept my 6-figure job. Let me know, we gonna make it though? Nah, for real. I probably Only time, bro, I would go full time now that I'm viewing it from like a perspective is, you know, if I'm making double from what I have in my job, if I'm being real. Even then though, like I don't even know, because again, you just feel the need to perform. If you're having a bad week, you're gonna think, you know, it's the end of the world. Or if you're having a bad month, you think it's the end of the world. You know, you think you're never gonna make it. But yeah, you know, like that's why you want to have more than one stream of income. That's something I'm also working on with creating content. But just also having the other side hustles. Probably get into other things eventually, just to alleviate that stress. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just not worth it. Especially if you're unprofitable. It's even worse. It's even worse. Just get a job, bro. Just get a job if you're unprofitable, bro. I promise you, it's gonna alleviate so much. And I haven't even started the job. I'm on training still. Bro, my trading has been improving a lot more. You know what I'm saying? This whole week, past month. I mean, so yeah. Monthly time frame, we have that monthly SIBI. I've skipped the daily. On the weekly time frame, oh, this looks ugly. I have not updated this chart at all. On the weekly time frame, bullish. Weekly PDA rate never got retraced up into, as you can see that there. And then again, we're unable to close. What did that mean? We retrace. Next candle we retrace, which is nice. Then we got a closure above this weekly candle. Now we're gonna be watching the same thing happen here. Can we get a weekly candle closure above? What does that indicate? Higher prices. On the daily time frame, let's see if the daily has, okay, the daily does have something. It has a bullish order block, which we can retrace up into. Again, the higher probability order blocks are usually ones that sweep, that are redelivered into a key PD array, or that have basically the ones that sweep, that have CRT model 1 form. Basically those are the highest probability order blocks, or the change in state of deliveries. The next highest probability ones are just breakers, I think, in my opinion. Affects your trading? Yeah, it does affect your trading. If you don't, I mean, it's worse if you're not profitable. If you're profitable, I think it's not really as bad. But I haven't experienced it. I haven't went full time and have made money from trading consistently, you know, over the long run. That's profitable, you know. But I just wouldn't say it's worse, you know, than being unprofitable and trying to make it full time. It just doesn't work out. Oh, whoa. I was on the daily. I went to the 1H. What am I doing? Sorry. On the 4H, we're chopping around, sweeping the high. Now we want to see this low get swept, and then eventually, if we do sweep this low, it would be better if we had a fair value up somewhere. Like, this one's good, but it's not big enough, bro. So maybe we sweep this low. Let's see. Maybe we sweep this low right here. Then we form the breaker. We don't really have to retrace much. We can retrace until a fair value up that form. And then if we start pushing up higher here with speed, strong delivery to the upside, that's kind of what we want to see. So yeah. But again, we're still inside of that monthly PDA rate. We're going to have to wait to see how this monthly candle closes in the next 2 days. If we close above, we're strong bullish. We can retrace up into it a little bit more, and then we start moving up higher. That's not bad at all either. So Aptos, bro. That weekly PDA right here, I've been scoping this down since like September, bro, and now it's finally starting to pump up. And I remember I told somebody on YouTube, a YouTube streamer, this is what made me stop watching crypto streamers, in my opinion. I said, you think I should buy Aptos? And Aptos was right here, redelivering to this fair value up right here. I was like, do you think I should buy Aptos? Because he was talking about Say. He's talking about Say's bullish, blah, 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 blah. Say's going to do what Sui did, blah, blah, blah. And it never did anything like that. You know, it's just range bound, went back down, boom, went up higher, went back down, range bound. But Aptos was in this weekly PDA rate, and I was asking this YouTuber, has like 3 to 5K subs, I forgot already. I unsubscribed, but he had, you know, he showed Aptos, boom, boom, boom. He's like, yeah, Aptos not worth investing into. There's better L1s, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I wouldn't put my money there. Boom, left. It was at $6, bro, $7. What should I have done? Listen to my own intuition, made my own individual decisions for it. And this is kind of what I want y'all to do. You know, if you're watching me, don't be influenced by my opinions. You know, like if I say this market is going to go up and then it comes back down and just completely, you know, your trade idea is gone, don't take that trade idea. You know, like don't force the bias and then listen to your own intuition. You know, if I'm saying I'm bearish here and you're bullish, go with your own intuition, go with your own gut. Especially if you have like knowledge, not knowledge, but if you have like a journal backing you up, go with that data that's backing you up, bro. It's so much better. I should have never listened to him. I was gonna buy leverage here, but I bought Jasmine. And Jasmine did good too, but I was gonna buy Aptos right around here, and I'll hold it for a couple of weeks. But I just got influenced. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna learn. I'm gonna learn from it. I'm gonna move on. We're probably gonna make this inverse though. On the monthly time frame, monthly SIBI, monthly SIBI getting an inverse to a bullish inversion. we have the 50% met there on the weekly time frame. Let's get the daily. Weekly time frame, we formed that weekly bullish order block there, which again we never really retraced up into. And again here, what is this? Weekly candle closure above. This one never really closed above. What does this one do? Maybe we get a closure above. We wick below though. I want to see us at least close above the body there, since we did wick below. You know, I don't want to see it be like what was that one market? Which one were we watching? That was like both sides. Was it near? No, it wasn't near. It was I can't even remember. Was it near on the daily? No, it wasn't. What was it? Render? It was a render on the weekly, right? No. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Let's just move on. I forgot which market it was. But yeah, on the weekly time frame, we swept low. Advanced CRT here. Maybe we start moving up higher, reach for this high. Maybe this one up there. We just really got to see what the daily's offering. So on the daily, again, what is our range bound market environment here? We have the low, we have the high. We're going to mark out 50%. And we're going to want to see the market at 50% start to have strong bullish PD arrays form, especially on the daily time frame. You know, wait, did we already have it marked out? Okay, yeah, no. I thought we did already, but no. We're going to mark it out right. Actually, let's do this real quick. Right here. Trying to line it up perfectly. Equilibrium, top, right, center, boom. Right there. All right. This is on the monthly one, so I'm just put this like that. All right. So again, here in this scenario, we have been inside of a range bound market. The 50% is a key area. Where you want to see the key area is a bullish PD array, like a change in the state of delivery, a fair value gap. You know, you want to see something form there. We're probably going to form. Nah, on the 12H, I would have wanted to see at least. I mean, this is kind of a clean breaker. I won't lie to you. It's not the best though, in my opinion, but it is one worth marking out. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's mark it out. 12H. Your breaker here. Again, all the other markets are forming a breaker. This again, the altcoins are a lot weaker in my opinion. Or like the L1s that are not as strong. These are kind of weak compared to the other ones like Near, AVAX, Say, Sui. You know, certain coins like that. You know, these are just kind of, you know, a little bit laggy, but it is what it is. You know, you gotta just eventually adapt and make use of it. You know, you gotta get in early. But yeah, we have the 12H breaker here that formed. We can use standard deviation targets to see, does this break above the high, the range bound high up there. And that's kind of really it. You know, like since we close above, we retrace back up into it, not much, which is kind of what I want to see. You know, I want to see strong delivery now. I want to see us break above these highs, stay above the equilibrium of the range bound market environment, and then eventually break above that high right there and reach the first standard deviation target, which would have to be around $14 to $15 mark for Aptos, you know. But again, we don't really have much higher time frame PD arrays, and we're inside of a range bound market. It would have been more ideal if we swept this low and also formed a bullish breaker. That would have been a stronger breaker. Here, we're inside of the 50%. Maybe this is kind of where we start moving up higher, reach for that objective, and then we come back down inside of the range and start chopping. You know, we don't know. If it would have been better if we had the monthly PD array retraced up into, which again, it wouldn't really be inversed just yet. But if we do, you know, of course, close, which we are, it's going to be stronger if we do retrace up into it. So yeah. Let's go to JTO. Monthly time frame, strong bullish. Weekly time frame, strong bullish. We had the weekly breaker form, as you can see there. We swept the low, formed it, reached the standard deviation target, closed above, strong bullish. There's your bearish order block. It's already got inversed. I didn't mean to do that though. So it's an inversion mean threshold. Here you're gonna want to see it as a means to what pushes up higher here in this scenario. You know, on the daily time frame, what do we have on the daily? Sweep the lows inside of the fair value up, continue to the upside, and then we created a new one here. We created this new one, and why did we hold this one? Because we had a break in market structure. We had a break in market structure right here above this high. You can see there. We didn't even, again, we had CRT. This is kind of your most high confluence. This is the most high confluence scenario. If you have a fair value up and an overlapping high, that's two overlapping PD arrays, and then eventually you sweep the low on the daily, you form CRT, you reach into the fair value up. This is kind of what I mean. Same thing with Aptos. This is kind of what I wanted to see. Since we had the fair value up on the monthly there, like an inversion fair value up, and then eventually we had a key low. You know, we're inside of this range on the, you know, like on the weekly time frame, or like the daily, we're inside of the daily range, you know, on a candle. We're just unable to break above that high or low. You want to see what? The sweep, and then eventually form a 4-hour or 12H breaker to then eventually start delivering to the upside. That's kind of what you want to see, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to see the market stall back and forth and then form a 12H breaker inside of the range. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. But yeah, nice delivery to the upside there. I think on the 12H we are forming a bullish breaker here. On the 4H we probably have an inversion probably got forming here. So yeah, we're gonna mark this one out. We're gonna mark out this SIBI for right now, and we're gonna see, does it get inverse? Does it get inverse? It's kind of at the high of the range, but if we do make it inverse, you don't want to see too much of it get redelivered into. You want to see it stay kind of unfilled since it does form the breaker. You want to see the standard deviation targets get met first, and then eventually you can start to retrace. So yeah, let's go to Chronos. Oh my goodness, look at this, bro. This is how XLM looks, bro. I swear, it's crazy market movement. Those are the coins you want to invest into, but you can't really determine that on the chart. You're gonna have to really look at tokenomics, really. Like you want to see what tokens, like what strength, how much supply they have, what is the team backing them up, what are they doing, what utility coin, or how like they even being used. Like that's how you're able to determine like those good market movements. The chart really is just more for like where you would want to enter, but the movement is going to be determined by the team backing it up, the tokenomics, all that good stuff. So yeah, you want to learn how to research. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn how to research and get more of those like good market movements from the good coins, and knowing which coins are going to perform and being able to determine that with your own intuition, of course. This is the first objective, really getting past the premium wick right here. Again, wicks are strong. Wicks like this are crazy, and I mark them out every time, brother. Every time, no matter what. So on the weekly too, weekly. Because again, wicks are key areas once you start measuring them. Daily time frame, bias and imbalance there. Have the high up here. Here in this scenario, again, if we form a change in the state of delivery, this is kind of where you form the bullish order block. You start seeing the market move up higher. Let's go to the 4H. 4H, really sloppy delivery, I won't lie. Let's go to the 12H. I think the 12H will probably be a better area for where you would want to see the market. We don't have, I think we had relatively good lows. That would be a lot better, honestly. Because then we can come back down and reach into that, and then reach into the PD array once more to then eventually start reversing here. That would have been a lot better, honestly. But on the 4H, let's mark this out right here. So on the 4H, we have this range right here from this high to this low. You see, we reach into the premium. Now we're starting to reject lower. In this scenario, I would want to see this fair value gap hold since it is overlapping with this high where that fair value gap also formed here. We're going to mark it out. So on the 4 hour too, and it's inside of a discount of the range there. So if we hold that, I think we're going to continue to be bullish. If not, in this case scenario, reaching the low, that would be honestly better in my opinion. If we're not holding that fair value gap up there. Because again, it's in a discount. You want to see PD arrays that are bullish in the discount get respected and continue pushing you up to the upside if you're bullish, but if not, eventually make it inverse again, and then eventually start reaching for more sell side or more liquidity to then eventually start actually having a key reversal, So that's pretty much really it. If we hold this right here, sweep this, then eventually start pushing up higher here, I think that's very ideal. Since it is inside of the discount of the range, like you don't want to see that get disrespected. And if it does, probably gonna reach for the lows, honestly. And it's just best to just simply wait, probably reaching for these lows. These lows are here, reaching back into the PD rate, eventually start to reverse after that. Jupiter has been one coin I have been watching since September and August. It's just really been range bound. Same thing with Python. Just very range bound. Weekly time frame, weekly CRT, 50% met multiple times. Now we have a new one here. So this is kind of the thing about CRT. You're gonna have new ones inside overlapping with the old ones, especially sometimes. It is key to just use them to your advantage. That's kind of what I mean, bro. They're really range bound. These markets are really range bound. But it's cool. I'm cool with it sometimes. Not really sometimes, like it just really depends on my mood. This is what I mean. I like trending markets. Sometimes range bound markets are kind of, I'm able to maneuver through them. I prefer range bound markets. I prefer we break the highs and we continue, retrace a little bit, break the highs again and continue, A scenario like this, where we break the high, we continue, break the high, continue, break the high, continue, break the high, continue, like I don't like this type of movement where we just, and then we start moving. Then we go back. Then we start, like that's not my type of market I like to trade. I like, this is kind of what I mean, back and forth. Then we start pushing up. Then we come back, range around. Then we start pushing up. And then, it's not my type of market, But here in this scenario, I would want to see this order block hold or form, on the daily time frame. It's kind of what I want to see. Right here, daily time frame forming a bullish order block, probably a 12H breaker. Then on the 4H, what do we have on the 4H? Not really much here on the 4H. Just, market maker buy model. Once we reach this high, do we break above it, continue to the upside, or are we going to start to reverse and reject? And again, what is this? Your BPR. If we close above this high, or even if we reach that high, this is your BPR. You don't want to see anything below this range right here, since again, it's been redelivered back up into multiple times. You don't want to see that 50%. Again, you can wake through it, but you don't want to really see a candle closure below that quadrant. So yeah, on Jupiter. FTM. Oof. God damn. Put my dog up here. FTM, low-key, I slept on FTM, bro. I did have a crypto paper trade. Let's go through it. I was right here. I was paper trading on it. Right here. FTM right there. It was a 12H. But on the monthly time frame, monthly buy center balance got respected there. Strong delivery to the upside, which is beautiful. This got inverse way too quickly, bro. I thought it was going to get inverse like next month, you know what I'm saying? Like during Christmas or something. But god damn, we pumping up. Have a change in the state of delivery already forming. Bullish to me. Strong bullish. This is key. Order block held right here nicely. You're going to have a new one here form. But also, like in this scenario, bro, like we have the PD array forming right here, you know what I'm saying? This is more prominent to me now. This buy center balance. And again, we'll have that candle closure above. In this case scenario, I don't even care if we don't even retrace. Because again, we're going to have a candle closure above. We might not even retrace up into it. And that's cool with me. That's cool. I don't care. We can probably reach all-time highs here probably next month at this rate if we continue on the weekly like this. Just strong up-close candles. I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. Range-bound market there. We swept the low. Daily time frame. We also have a daily PD right here. Oh, my goodness, bro. This is crazy. This one's crazy. I won't lie. This one's strong bullish out of nowhere. I have not been paying attention to XTM, bro. I've been sleeping on this market right here. And this is the thing about crypto, bro. You're going to sleep on some markets. That's why you got to have a watch list. You got to have a big watch list where you're going to be watching the crypto bubble. Seeing what's going on, you know what I'm saying? On the daily time frame, though, right here, we have CRT. We can probably reach into the fair value gap there. On the 4H, yeah, probably will likely happen on the 1H. Yeah, we're inside of a more sloppy range. Probably going to come back, sweep into it, and then eventually start moving up higher. Maybe the 50% of the CRT here is where we stop at. Yeah, I'm not really against that at all either. Or maybe we can come back down to the weekly PD area, which, again, it all depends on how that weekly candle closes. Do we close above that previous week high, or do we close below? If we close above, I kind of really don't see the buy center balance getting retraced up into. If we close below and we make this inverse, then, of course, yeah, we see the weekly PD area getting hit. Then eventually start moving up higher. It's kind of ideal. Again, just waiting, being patient. That's 90%. That's 50% of what trading is. Waiting, confirming your bias, waiting again, having the entry ready, waiting for the entry to get tapped up into, taking the trade, waiting for the take profit to be hit. Waiting. At first, you're waiting for the trade idea to reach a certain level or to reach your key area. Once you get there, what you have to wait to, you enter the trade. Once you enter the trade, you have to wait for it to hit your take profit, and then you have to wait again to enter another trade. So again, it's just waiting really for your swing trading, which is, again, the most highest probability. Swing trading is the highest probability. I don't care. Let's move on from that. Let's move on from that. I'm acting like that didn't happen. All right, XLM, bro. XLM, crazy market. We don't even have much on the monthly or the weekly time frame. Again, we just started pumping up like crazy. On the daily time frame, we also have this daily buy side imbalance, which we are retracing up into, which is strong bullish to me. Strong bullish. We got to reach this high up here pretty soon. I don't know how. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. I promise you, it's gonna happen. We're gonna form a change in the state of delivery. 4H. Maybe we sweep these lows down here. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna come back and sweep these lows. Relative equal lows. Key. The market is gonna want to reach for these areas before it starts to move up higher, in my opinion. All these bullish PD arrays that formed, probably not gonna hold, in my opinion. Probably not gonna hold. They're gonna start moving down lower. Cause what? We have this right here. We have this. This isn't gonna be. This is gonna be the key, the strongest area. Even this right here. This is gonna be a strong area for where the market is gonna want to start reverse, reach for these lows, and then once you start reaching these lows, you sweep. All right, the market's like, oh yeah, bet. Let's form a breaker. Let's start pushing up higher with speed. The breaker. If you have a breaker, bro, I promise you, the market is gonna go with speed, and especially if it's in a higher time frame PD array, like a buy side imbalance or like an order block. and is like still yet to meet a buy side objective like this, it's over. It's wraps. It's wraps, bro. So yeah, honestly, this is the scenario I see happening. Boom, and then we start to reverse, and then we start pushing up higher. You know, probably after Thanksgiving. This is kind of what I see for XLM. Again, we also been super bullish, bro. We can't just continue up to the moon. You know, we have to come back down, sweep some lows, redeliver into a higher time from PDA raise that formed, till then eventually start pushing up higher. It only makes sense. You know, we can't go continue to the moon forever. Is this the last coin? Okay. Oh, yeah, I have two more. So let's go to core. Core has been more range bound, but I do see potential. I do see potential in core, especially with the team behind it. But it just sometimes they're not really living up to that hype. You know, like we've just been more range bound. Same thing with Jupiter. It was like really range bound for a little bit, and then eventually this goes back. You know, it's really that back and forth. I feel like these coins are not really gonna move yet. Once the large caps stop moving, like AVAX, Near, Stay, Sui, Aptos, like those clean L1s. Once they stop moving, these are gonna be the ones that start moving. Like once those reach peak heights, these are gonna be the ones that have been range bound but slowly crept up, and then they start pumping up, and then eventually start dumping, and everything goes to the memes. So yeah, I kind of see potential in these, but it's just like these are gonna be a little bit more lagging. You have to be a little bit more patient with them to start seeing the results you want to see, which is cool with me. I'm cool. I'm not really gonna be buying these just yet, but I will be paying attention to them. Like that's kind of the main thing here is I'm not getting into it yet, but I will be paying attention because I don't want to miss opportunities. And there's opportunity everywhere, but if you're not paying attention to it, you're gonna miss it. So it's kind of another thing. You want to be paying attention to the opportunity, making sure you're capitalizing upon it, because whenever the time is right, these coins will move. Like there's certain coins that will move during certain scenarios, and there's certain coins that will not move. It's a meme coin cycle. Honestly, we've been going crazy. Even if BTC is dropping or BTC is not dropping, meme coins are going crazy. But here, let's go back to this coin. Weekly order block, weekly change in the state of delivery that formed, which is strong bullish to me. Inversion for value up there also formed, strong bullish, you can see. But again, we're unable to get that closure above these weekly candles, previous week highs. That's kind of what I want to see to give us a strong trending market. Once you start waking below, you close, you come back, you range. That's kind of how you're able to determine strength in a market is if we're closing below the previous week high, or the previous week low, or the previous month high, previous week low, previous month high, previous month low. That's how you were able to determine it. On the daily time frame, we had this bullish order block, but again, we're inside of another one. So it would have been better if we formed a breaker. We came, swept the low, started to push up higher. That would have indicated strong delivery and probably not such a strong retracement with the order blocks here. So that's kind of really it on this one. I would want to see the weekly PDA hold and then eventually start pushing up to these highs. But every time we're, like you can see, we're sweeping this low, sweeping this high, back inside of a range, probably gonna sweep this high, come back down, maybe, it's just not, it isn't worth looking at right now, honestly. Link, ooh, whoa, link. Monthly time frame, monthly buy side and balance hold, monthly bearish order block, get an inverse here, because again, we're getting a closure above. To me, that's inverse. On the weekly time frame, let's go mark out these standard deviations real quick. I would mark out the breaker one, but I feel like it's just way too big. Once we meet the final ones here, I'll probably mark it out. Damn, we're strong bullish, honestly. That previous week high again. Do we close above? Do we close below? Something I'm watching, something I'm paying attention to. Mean threshold respected. God damn, respected, and we start pushing up higher like crazy, bro. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm getting left behind, but like it is what it is. Sometimes you're not gonna be able to catch them all, really. Like the Pokemons, you're not gonna be able to catch everything. But the beauty is, at least you catch a couple. Catch the couple. Can't catch everything. That's how life is. I'm saying? You can't have every girl. You only catch one. That's a bad analogy. That's a bad analogy. Super bad. But let's go to the 12H. We didn't form a breaker. We have external resistance there. We also have it right here. And again, on the 4H, respected the buy side imbalance. Form the change in the state of delivery. Model 1. It would have been Model 1 if we did sweep, but we didn't. So pretty unfortunate here. But we want to see this get respected and continue to get respected until we reach that high. After we reach that high, then I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooling. But we don't really have much higher time frame PDA raise. This is kind of what I mean. Like, we got to have a strong retracement into a higher time frame PDA ray, like the daily or the weekly. On the daily, we don't really have much. We did have this, but I want to see something form. I want to see if we're gonna form a daily period. I want to see strong delivery to the upside, and then eventually, okay, we can retrace, start moving up higher again. Like here, we're not really having much. What are we here to have to play with? Just this bullish order block is not really too big. It's not really retracing into the PD array, the bullish one, the fair value gap. To me, it really isn't a high probability order block. It would be a high probability order block if it was, digging into this fair value gap. If it was digging into the fair value gap, something like this right here, something like these down close candles right here. This is more of a high probability order block there because it's digging into the fair value gap, the whole fair value gap as a whole. That's to me a high probability order block. And once we get a closure above, you can see we retrace 50%, then we start pumping up. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Here we didn't get that. We just formed an order block before or just like in that, at a random area, But it's cool. It's cool. On the 12H or on the 4H, we have that, buy side and balance. We want to see that hold. And you don't really want to see, we really don't want to see anything below that right there. Get really retraced up into, because again, we went down, we went up higher. It would be more of a range bound market if we do see that happen. Not really my type of market. So let's go to memes now. Let's go to Doge. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been wanting to buy Doge. I feel like we're just way too deep into a premium, but like the thing is, like, do I get left behind here? Like if I buy here, or if I don't buy here and I wait for a deeper retracement, do I get left behind? Those are the type of thoughts that I be having, bro. Especially on memes like this, like Pepe, Doge, Brett. I be thinking like Floki, Bonk. I be thinking about it, bro. But like, I know it's not worth it. If it's not like following my strategy and my model, if like sometimes I get emotional, I want to emotionally trade, but it's just not worth it. But let's get to it. I was gonna stop the segment and get a little bit more water, but I'll probably be good. Monthly time frame, we don't have much. Even on the other charts. Let's go. Damn, Binance does have it. Oh, Binance does have it. Not really worth it though. Oh no, Binance. What? Am I tripping? I want to see the all-time high, bro. Like Doge USD, stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So the all-time high is all the way up here. But bro, I swear, I think this is scuffy, bro. Alright, let's go right here. There we go. I thought it was a little scuffy. This is the all-time high for me, for Binance. Okay, yeah. For the perpetuals, we have already met that. For Coinbase, we're getting really close. It says 0.4. People were buying it right here, 0.9, 0.9. I was looking to buy it around, I think I did buy it in March. I won't lie, I bought it there in the big bull run. Like I thought the bull run started. I thought I was gonna get rich, and it came back down. I got out. I got out. I was like, all right, yeah, not worth it. I got to do my own research. Can't be emotionally trading. Can't be getting influenced by the media, and that's kind of what I was looking at here. We had CRT monthly, but every chart had monthly CRT during these summer months. I won't lie to you. And I was like, yeah, it's just not worth it on the memes. So just go back. Let's go back to the other chart. Is it over here? All right. So go to the weekly time frame. We had that weekly PD rate. I probably will start to look to buy if we can reach back up into here. Again, we have weekly CRT. We probably met the 50% here in this scenario. Maybe we don't meet 50%. Maybe we don't meet that fair value gap, and then we continue to the upside, just showing strength here. To me, that it just wouldn't be a good scenario. And again, we're forming a volatility injector since we're unable to break, sweep the low or break above the high for right now. I'm just waiting for either scenario to occur. But how you're able to determine that is what through the daily price is fractal. On the daily time frame, we have met that high right here, so we swept it, and then we started to reverse. On the daily time frame here, we have also not met this low inside of the fair value gap. Whoa, hold on. Okay, yeah, that we already know. We have not met this low inside of the fair value gap from this new week opening right here, from Sunday right here. We have went down lower, but we aren't able to break above it. We also have this fair value gap which got inversed, but it's just not holding at all. As you can see there, we're breaking above it now. Forming a we did form CRT actually here. Now we want to see if it does get completed, which I would have preferred on the third candle, not this candle, especially during Thanksgiving. Come on. But on the 4H, let's go to the 12H. I feel like I always skip the 12H for some reason. It's not really worth having this, but I'll mark it out. I feel like the 6H. Yeah, the 6H does look at a lot better. It does a lot more justice to this fair value gap. So let's mark it out on the 6H. So on the 6 hour, we do have the SIBI, which eventually, if we do get above it, make it inverse, then I'm bullish. I'm bullish because on the 12H we're gonna form a bullish order block. Maybe on the daily too, we're gonna form a bullish order block there. I'm gonna be bullish there in this scenario. You know, maybe we can retrace up into it, then eventually start pushing up higher. But either way, on the 4H, maybe we form the breaker here. On the 1H, maybe 2H does look a lot better, I bet. Damn. On the 3H, yeah, the 3H we form the breaker here. Now we start seeing strong delivery to the upside here in this scenario. Reaching above these highs, breaking all-time highs maybe, if we're ideally bullish. But again, I would have preferred if we reach into the higher time from PD array, swept this low, the key prominent low, and then eventually start pumping up higher. But I'm not against it pumping up here, you know. The 6H, all depends on how we close. Do we make it inverse? Do we start pushing up higher on the daily time frame? Form CRT, maybe we complete it on the 1 week. Do we, you know, break above this high and continue to the upside? Do we have a candle closure above the previous week high? That's all. And then on, let's see, which one? Pepe. Slept on. I low-key slept on Pepe this past couple of months. One that I have been watching a little bit more recently. On the weekly time frame, weekly PD array, we also have the breaker standard deviations. You can see we met the first objective. We didn't close too much into it, but we did continue to respect it. We also have what? CRT here forming. I can't mark it out. Okay, we also have CRT here forming. Do we reach the candle range high? You know, like, we gotta wait and see, honestly. Again, I like trading conformational CRT. I'm not out here trading that advanced one. Unless it has a higher time from PD array like this, then of course, maybe, you know, maybe I'll, you know, play it a little bit more risky, but sometimes, majority of the time actually, I'm just waiting for confirmational, which is like the 3 candle confirmational. So yeah, weekly CRT, we swept the low, reach into the higher time from PD array. That looks nice. You know, it looks nice. On the 12H, we don't have, one day we don't have any fair value ups. 12H, we don't really have much either. But on the 1 day, let's see if we can get a change in the state of delivery above all these down close candles here. To me, that would be a bullish breaker forming, and that would be ideal for us to continue to the upside. So I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to watch this, and I'm going to see strong delivery to the upside if we do get that candle closure above here. You know, we're seeing strong delivery. We're going to see this high meet at first, probably these relative equal highs up there, and then that high, and then probably even further, probably reaching this weekly standard deviation target. So yeah, on the 1H, let's see if we have anything on the, no, we don't really have much. And then on the 4H, we have this fairly up, which we can retrace up into if we don't want to just form it just yet. But preferably we would want to see it left unfilled, leave it as a breakaway gap if we're forming that bullish breaker, and leaving all these PD arrays left behind, honestly. Just leaving them left unfilled, that would be ideal, you know, for bullish. Here, probably the biggest obstacle would have to be these down close candles here, again, because that's kind of what started the down move, and it also formed that bearish breaker. Once we do get past this, though, I really don't see us coming back down any further too low, like probably to anywhere below here, or anywhere below this right here. If we do eventually get a closure above, I really don't want to see anything below here, this range, or anything below that get really redelivered into. I would want to see the market strong delivery to the upside there, just pushing us. The monthly, oh, did we meet the monthly high? I don't think we did. Damn. We got close. And then eventually on the weekly time from here, we had that weekly mean threshold of this inversion order block. We had the relative equal highs up there forming, which is nice. Again, we're unable to what? Sweep either side or sweep the low, close above the high. Very unfortunate, honestly, on the daily time frame. We've been holding this daily buy center balance for like 2 decades now, it feels, bro. I swear. On the 4H, range bound, sweeping the low, pushing up higher, coming back down. Just sloppy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, very sloppy. We're going to mark out the range high and range low. We're going to mark out the range low. We're going to do the range high also, though. Because it's just kind of like, when are we going to break out of this, bro? It's kind of like the real question. My dog is just right here. So on the 4H, we had the change in the state right here. You're going to want to see this hold. You're going to want to see the market continue to the upside here in this scenario. But we're range bound. You don't know if that's going to happen. You don't know if it's actually going to be worthwhile if we do retrace. And, you know, we don't even know if this is going to get respected. Because, again, we had this one form. We came all the way back down. And then eventually we're forming another one. You know, it just doesn't really. Again, we had one right here. Bullish order block. Came back down. Then we disrespected it, you know. We formed the bearish breaker. But, again, what? Closed below. Came back all the way up. You know, like, it just isn't ideal sometimes. And this is kind of what I mean. Range bound. Instead of a daily PJ array, now you want to see the monthly one actually. The weekly one, get retrace up into this scenario if you want to be bullish. You want to see the market come back down and then start pushing up. That would be the best scenario. instead of being inside of a range. The previous week high, previous week low, not unable to get a closure above or below. That's kind of why I'm waiting for these markets to either sweep the low to then eventually look to trade, or break above the high and continue to the upside. So yeah. Popcat. Weekly time frame. Did we sweep this low? No, we have not sweeped it. So I'm gonna mark it out real quick. I probably haven't marked that on the daily though from in row. No, we haven't. So okay. I want to see the market maker model completed in this honest case scenario, in my opinion, because again we have this bearish breaker. But I'm not even gonna mark it out. I'm not gonna mark it out because again I feel like it is gonna get swept really soon. But if it doesn't, we're gonna be able to determine that on the 12H. We have a SIBI, which for right now is holding. But if we do make it inverse, I'm gonna be a little bit more skeptical because again we have a key prominent low. We're building our relatively good lows. I'm gonna be a little bit more skeptical. I'm not really gonna be looking to trade this one until we sweep the lows and then eventually start reversing. I think that would be a better scenario on the daily though. So yeah, let's get this cleaned up. So on the weekly, we have met the standard deviation targets. Again, this is kind of why we can retrace. I'm not really against that. We can sweep a key prominent area of a low and then eventually start pushing up. On the daily, we did have a breaker here form, but again, we were unable to continue to the market with speed. Why? Because of the standard deviation targets being met. The market wants to retrace, wants to have a healthy correction, which is normal. Now, I want to see the lows get swept and then eventually start to reverse. Completing the market maker model, the market maker sell model here, it seems ideal. It doesn't seem ideal not sweeping this low, leaving relatively good lows near it. That's disgusting. Sweep it. So yeah. Bonk meeting the high, unable to get above it though. Oof. Weekly time frame, we have met. We have CRT now. CRT. We have met into what? The PDA right here. This one right here. This buy center balance. Let's mark it out. Keep it clean. Keep it nice. Weekly time frame. Boom. Weekly buy center balance. Respected. Sweeping the previous week low. This is a market I would want to invest into, bro. I would put like 100x leverage into this market right now. Sweeping the low. Farming the fair value gap. Daily time frame. Daily CRT. What does that tell you? Bullish or bull. Right here. Boom. Daily CRT. 4-hour time frame. What do you want to see on the 4-hour time frame? What do you want to see? Change in state of delivery. Right there. Formed. Boom. Retrace. Buy. You buy as much as possible. Buy into what? Fair value gaps. You buy into fair value gaps. 15-minute time frame. You wait for a sweep. I would have waited for this sweep. I want to buy more. I would have bought more and more. Boom. I'm joking, guys. I'm not trying to be like one of those people, I'm trying to motivate you. But again, this would be ideal, honestly, to be buying in here since we're having this. And then if we do, we do get a retracement lag, I would use the standard deviations targets here to then eventually target an area of, just a key prominent area where I would want to see the market start to reverse. Something like this, probably up there. And it overlaps with this one. So it is ideal for the breaker one. So yeah, on the daily though, I would want to see just a regular change in the state of delivery. I think that would be a better indication since it would be respecting the weekly PDA right there. Just showing you guys, a confirmation that we are likely to start to reverse, complete this market maker buy model that's forming. It would be ideal, it would be ideal. On the 4H, we didn't really have anything much here form. I'm looking at this for really gap though, I'm not gonna lie. But I just really don't see it not not getting it ran through in my opinion. So yeah. And then on the 1H, the 4H, we do have a small fairly up, which I don't really see getting retraced up into in my opinion. If you do though, reaching these lows, sweeping it, and then eventually starting to reverse. But I don't know. I feel like we probably won't have that till after Thanksgiving. I feel like we won't have that unless all the markets start to drop, and then this one probably does that. And then maybe even then it probably drops to this low, and then eventually starts to move up higher. I think that would be a better scenario. It would form a breaker, then that would have strong delivery to the upside. Here we don't really have a breaker. We have a regular change in state, but it would form a breaker inside of a higher time from PDA array. That would be key, prominent for me. So yeah, let's go to another one. Floki, monthly time frame, bullish, bull. Weekly time frame, weekly inversion, and we also have a weekly buy center balance and what? CRT right here. CRT getting respected, pushing up higher, strong to me. That didn't hold. We don't really have much. I think we have a 12H. So we have a 12H changing the state forming. I think that would be ideal here to form this one right here. to then eventually start pushing those up higher. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I'm watching now. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. Waiting for that to happen. I think that would be ideal. 4H would probably have a fair value up there. Not really. No, we don't. So again, this is kind of what you want to see get disrespected right there. This upper quadrant, get disrespected, close above, push up higher. Use it as an inversion. That's kind of what I'm watching to see now on Floki. Again, okay, Floki. This is WIF though. WIF is beautiful. Forming relative equal highs. I do see us eventually reaching up. I want to see this closure above right there for the monthly inversion mean threshold. On the weekly time frame, again, we're holding this. We did hold it. We're sweeping the previous week low. That's another beautiful thing we're having there. Form. And then eventually on the daily time frame, range bound. Not beautiful at all. Not beautiful at all. And that's pretty much really it. I'm not going to continue watching these. Nero. Which one that catches my attention? Nothing really is catching my attention on these right here. These lower quadrant ones. Not really. Really just, yeah, not really something I would want to be watching. Especially that one. I would not want to be watching this one. Act. It's kind of dying down. Mu. Pretty mid, honestly. I won't lie. Sweeping the low. Start moving up higher. Monthly time frame. Unable to get a closure above monthly high. Probably retrace from the next month. Weekly time frame. We're holding the weekly order block, but not that much. We have the weekly PD rate, also the weekly buy side imbalance, which again did hold here in this scenario, which is nice to see. But are we going to continue to the upside here, or are we going to come back down, sweep that low, and then eventually start pushing up higher? You know, this low right here. On the daily time frame, completed the market maker saw model. Do we start to reverse here? We have multiple early ups up there, not really high probability. We also have this range bound market right here, which we're going to have to get past, which we did with speed. Maybe we start moving up. So yeah, that's really it. I'm going to look at, let's go look at this. Let me turn off my monitor here real quick. Load up this real quick there. I don't want to expose anything. Right here. Let's go look at deck screener. Let's go look at CoinMarketCap also. And let's go look at this right here. Crypto bubble. Let's see what's popping right now. Alright. Extreme greed. Bitcoin dominance still at the top of the chart. Chinese publicly traded company SOS unveils plans to invest 50 million in Bitcoin, betting on its future as a strategic global asset, which is nice to see. Everybody, banks, everybody, like the financial banks, not banks, the talking about the actual banks, institutions are investing into crypto now, especially Bitcoin in the ETFs. Even though back then they were like, oh no, digital currencies are not going to be, blah, blah, blah. Now, they're hopping on it. They're meat writing. So yeah, here, let's customize it, put the filters. Let me load up my files actually. I have it right here. If I want to use the filters I use right here. My mic is like mad buggy right now, I'm not gonna lie. It's 50k, boom, boom, boom. And then right here, just do this right here. I can't see it. Let's just do a full screen. So 3 mil, 24, 400, 700k. All right, 24-hour volume, 700k right here, and then 24 hours, 400, and then eventually what's 3 mil market cap. This is how I'm able to filter memes, see which ones are actually reliable on the Solana ecosystem. So Jack, let's go look at Jack real quick. Looks decent. I won't lie, looks decent. We got to see the narrative though. There's a website. Where's the website? Where's the website right here? Hopefully I don't get scammed. So Jack, what even is Jack? Meet Jack, your average kind of guy, no girlfriend, dead end job, and low self-esteem. But that's all about change. When Jack stumbles across meme coins, Jack's life will never be the same. This one actually worth buying into, Tokenomics, Jack has 1 billion total supply, enough to make everyone rich. Supply 1 billion. LP burnt, 100% liquidity burnt. Revoked contract, Safu revoked. Tax 0, buy and sell, tax 0. Jack. If Jack can make it, so can you. It's time to lock in. And the easiest time to get rich is now. Jack found the cheat code and changed his life. So you do too. Jack, join the socials. Disclaimer, Jack crafted exclusively for enthusiasts, carries no inherent value. Exercise caution with funds you can afford to part with, as the token's volume is unpredictable. It might store or dip. We bear no responsibility for its pricing dynamics. Invest judiciously, mindful and potential risk and uncertainties in this speculative venture. Jack on Solana. Is this coin really worth investing into, guys? Would y'all actually invest into this coin? Me personally, I feel like we've seen enough jacks. We've seen enough of these type of coins. Not really my type of coin. Rizzy year. Mustard. Again, you gotta go with these type of narratives. You know, like mustard. I've seen a lot of people make bank off of mustard, but you gotta catch it quick. You gotta catch it quick, especially when they come out. You know, like Kendrick dropping mustard. You know, and all that everywhere. You know, same thing with Shogai. You really gotta catch those quick. You know. Justice, the guy for, I forgot what coin he made or what coin was made, or peanut. Yeah, it was the peanut owner guy made Justice coin. You can see it pumped up to the moon and then it came back. You know, like just unfortunate. You know, you gotta catch those narratives though. Just put $1 into this coin. These are the type of coins you know you want to invest into. With the narrative though, narrative, you want to catch that type of movement. You don't want to catch this. But again, we do have potential to start moving up higher. Same thing with Shogai. You know, if it has a clean narrative and it has, you know, strong clean narrative, you can see it continue to the upside. You know, it's not just gonna have a pump and dump. You know, those are the coins with no narrative. If it has narrative and it has a cool community backing it up, and it's just like everywhere and it continues to stay there, you're gonna see it continue up. You know, I see Shogai continuing up. Everything's up. You can look at this. Everything's up, bro. It's beautiful. Crypto market cap, beautiful. Or crypto bubbles. I mean, crypto market cap here. Everything's up nicely here. So, beautiful, honestly. That's pretty much really it for the stream. I'm ending it here, guys. Been a long stream. I gotta go eat some ice cream, go to sleep. So yeah, eat some turkey tomorrow. I won't stream tomorrow. I won't be trading tomorrow either, since it's a bank holiday. Taking it easy, reviewing my trades, reviewing my notes, reviewing everything. Going hard, you know, going hard. So I'm gonna start up another monk mode very, very soon. I'm probably gonna be vlogging, uploading those vlogs here, or I'm gonna do like a monk mode upload document type style vlog. I'm trying my best to upload consistently daily. If not, then of course weekly, or every 3 days. So that's gonna be coming out very soon, or I'm gonna be starting it very soon. So yeah, that's pretty much really it.